Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get it going. Thursday, August 29th. Let's talk some baseball. Let's get the picks flowing, and we're going to get into this day, afternoon, and evening. A lot of games coming to you guys live. A great day as well. We have kind of the Thursday opener for college football, week one. So I do have a video that will be at the end of this one. Make sure you guys hop on over there, watch that video for my 4 best bets on the Thursday card. I'm going to break down the 4 games that jump off at the page at me. But with that being said, let's get down into the picks. Couple announcements. Please hop on over to the Discord. We're going to be talking about stuff over there pretty much every single day, especially with all these sports kicking back up. Also, if you want to become a channel member, links down below. If you want to join us here on the channel, and we will get a little deeper into that conversation in a later video. But I want to get out these picks. I want to go into a recap of what's going on within baseball. We have a ton of games. Quick recap from yesterday. This is where we were at. But before we do, guys, make sure you all subscribe right down below. Smash that like button, and feel free to always leave your picks in the comments. All right. But here is the recap where we have a very strong day. We gave out a little Discord double play yesterday. We've been doing that. And unfortunately, the Rangers kind of pushed, but we still took half of that parlay within the Dodgers over. But the thing is with the games yesterday, despite winning a lot of bets, boy, we would have took the cake and icing too if the Padres would have just taken care of business, and instead a little base knock by Nolan Arenado, just scratched one over in the bottom frame of the 9th, and that's all she wrote, boys and gals. But that's kind of where we're at. Probably would have making this YouTube video but a little bit later, because I had a few open parlays where the Padres was the only leg that did not come home, and probably would open up another bottle of wine with the misses. And like I said, this video would be coming to you guys a little bit later in the morning, but that's all fun and games. That's just for fun. So hope you guys all did well, and let's get into today's picks, okay? But here's what we're going to look into as we break down the odds jam. First game on the card, we have the Angels and the Tigers. Okay, this is one where it's just a simple overplay. I'm not going to bet it, but I would favor the over in this matchup, okay? That's where we have Josh Kokanowicz and Kyler Montero. The only thing that worries me is that the Angels kind of just stink, right? But 8.5 juiced up to 132 on the number. This is something where I would get into the over, like I said. I'm just kind of leery within Kyler Montero, not one of my favorite pitchers within the major leagues, so I'm staying away from this one, okay? Don't be scared of a little maybe Yurfee in this game either. I mean, if you guys take flyers on that, why not? And then the next game, Giants and the Brewers, okay? This is one where I almost made my card. I wanted some action with Hayden Birdsong. Plus 118, I see the value going against Savali for the Giants, so my lean would be towards taking the Giants. Came this close to making my card, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we get a little frisky. If it wasn't an early start, maybe it would have made the Discord play of the day, but this is something where if you would bet the Giants, it would be just purely on value alone. Parlay builders out there, always that run line on the road, minus 175 is very healthy. Gives you a huge edge, too, if the game ever goes the extra innings, because the chances more times than not, unless you're me and you lose like $8,000 on a 2-run walk-off in the bottom of the 11th, usually you do cover that run and a half in extra innings. But I digress. All right, Rangers, White Sox. All right, that's the one where we're going to have Nathan Eovaldi and Nick Nastrini. This will be an official play. We are taking Texas on the run line. No overthinking involved. Chicago played pretty much one of the better games of baseball they could have played. You can find the White Sox plus 2.5, minus 120. Not so fast. Nick Nastrini, 0-5, 8.39 ERA. I think the Rangers get to him, ride Eovaldi into the sunset, and we have this game firmly by 2 runs or more. So that's where I'm going to be locking in the Rangers minus 140. And I'm betting this early because I don't want to lay more than minus 140 on a run line, okay? But it's time we fade the White Sox permanently, at least for the time being. So that'll be my first best bet. And then we will get into another play that we're going to have. This will be on the heels of the the Colorado Rockies and Marlins. Valente Belozo and Bradley Belaylock, okay? Say those names a couple times fast. But nonetheless, we have a 11.5 total. It's crazy. Coors Field numbers are absolutely insane. Probably would lean towards the over. Both these pitchers have just a tick above a 3 ERA. Marlins on the money line. This is just a no edge game for me. That's where I would lean. It would be Marlins and the over. But if you guys can't find a better bet than taking some action in the Marlins Rockies game, this isn't a big enough card. It's a huge card. There's better options available, and that's just kind of my process, right? I'd take off if we have a 15 game slate. I'd probably take off about 5 games that I don't even look into any of the numbers. I just kind of go off what happened the night before and history basis, because it's just way too much paralysis by analysis. It's fun to go into each and every game, but don't make yourselves do more work than you need to. There's better bets out there, okay? At face value is kind of what I'm getting at. All right, and then we will get to one of those best bets. We are riding right back into the Padres, okay? We're going to be taking Michael King on the road. He's been a fantastic pitcher as of late, okay? I'm a big fan of Michael King, and I'm not a big fan of Sonny Gray, okay? I don't think the 4 ERA tells the whole story, and the 9 losses, that is not all due to the Cardinals' ineffectiveness to hit the baseball. So this is kind of an even matchup. If you really look at the pitching stats, I think that Michael King gets the edge in his recency bias. So that's kind of where I lend towards the Padres. I think this is something where he's been hot. The Padres seem to win a lot of his games, so we are going to be taking the Padres on the road, which, quite frankly, I do like them on the road a bit. So 76-59 on the season. The Cardinals scratch it over. Kind of a revenge spot for me and the Padres. So we are going to kind of back them to right the wrong and take the Padres on the money line. I just think it's way too cheap. It's just like yesterday. I know you guys were saying it's a sucker bet in the Discord, and that the Padres, is a little fishy. I don't know. I've won games on fishy bets. I've lost games on fishy bets. It's something where it's a walk off in the bottom of the 9th where San Diego had all the momentum. So call it what you want. I'll call it what it is. It's just baseball. So these numbers play mind tricks on you, right? So that's kind of where we're at with all that. And then I do want to save this last game towards the end because it is going to be one of our last official plays. But we have a few games left to talk about. Cardinals and Reds, JT Ginn and Julian Aguilar, or Aguirre, however you pronounce it. That's kind of where we're going to be looking at a 5-10 first pitch. Not too familiar with JT Ginn, so I don't know if this is going to be a staff game, just in full transparency for the Athletics. But we are going to be looking at this game kind of like how we did yesterday, okay? And you could see it is going to be kind of a staff game. The Athletics are going to be staffing this, to my understanding. So in this matchup, you can get plus 118 on the A's. I think we might see it a little bit of an over here. That's just kind of my 2 cents. I do like Cincinnati on the money line, 63-70 on the season, minus 124. So I would lean towards the over and the money line for the Reds, okay? Next one, Charlie Morton, Christopher Sanchez, Braves, Phillies. A nice little series we got going on here. And some of the form that we've been seeing from the Braves has been pretty impressive, to be honest, minus the likes of what we have going on with Austin Riley, missing time with injury, Ronald Acuna as well. And obviously they have a very strong kind of concern within their bullpen, okay? Within their starting rotation, outside of Chris Sale. And this is kind of where you look towards a possible, a little bit of a comeback story here for Philly, losing 10-0 to the Houston Astros, right? So they've been trading blows. Houston lost that first game of the series 5-0. And Philly's been on kind of a murderer's row right now, okay? They had to host Houston, go after traveling to Kansas City, and now they are going to host Atlanta. At least they get to do it from home, but both of these teams have won 4 out of their last 5 games. I find a very, very good matchup that we have coming, especially into the weekend, all right? But for this series, shout out to the Braves fans. You guys get to watch some really great baseball, Houston and Philly back-to-back in this little home stretch, okay? But I do like in this matchup a very strong lean where we're going to be looking into the likes of the Philadelphia Phillies, minus 137. That's kind of where I'm at. I also think that the Braves plus 140 presents value, kind of why I'm not betting it, but that's kind of where I'm at within that bet. If you want to lay chalk, it definitely would be with the Phillies. I always bet them at home, and obviously I'm not scared of a little run line action too because they do win by margin when they play at home. Okay, Blue Jays, Red Sox. This is something where we're going to look into the weather here for this game as well. Yesterday we were all over that under. Really stiff breeze blowing in from the green monster out there in left center. But in this game, it's going to be a matchup between. Let me pull it up. A matchup between Bowden Francis and Cutter Crawford. Now, don't underestimate Bowden Francis, okay? That's something where he has a 7.3 record on the season, 4.02 ERA, and if we look into kind of what he was able to do recently, this was back on a start on August 24th. He gave up that one hit into the ninth inning where he got, and then they pulled him in the ninth. So coming off of that, it's been fairly impressive in the month of August. He's given up collectively, this is going to kind of blow your minds, 9 hits through 5 starts in the month of August. So he's been basically untouchable. This is kind of where this may be another one of those Discord plays of the day. We'll see. So make sure you guys hop on over there a little later. But this number is going to move, and right now it's right where I want it. So I am probably going to get that one out a little earlier, and who knows, I might feel a little frisky, give out 2 picks on the Discord, but a couple strong indications with today's games. I really like to, I did all my football handicapping yesterday, had an early day from work, so I came home and just crunched numbers, so I was really able to dive into baseball. I don't like doing 2 sports on the same day. That's just me. I like to, kind of hit the on-off switch and start up a new sport, so but that's where we'll be at within the Blue Jays game. Just going to give you guys a little teaser. Bowden Francis, numbers are really strong. Playing in Boston, very strong, and we are going to give that out a little bit later in the Discord play, okay, later on this afternoon. All right, a couple more games left. Kansas City and the Astros. This is one where very, very close to making the card. I think this is a good sharp play where you could get under 9.5 in this matchup. Hunter Brown hosting Brady Singer. I think you can really find an edge if you take that under 8.5. Apologies, minus 115. BetMGM. This is kind of like an opportunity where some people might call a coin flip. Some people might look at this and say, "Oh, Kansas City, Houston's hitting the shit out of the baseball. Let's go on the over." Not so fast. This one rings true as an under, and also I really justified the fact that Houston is minus 147 on the money line. That is something I feel very strongly about. So if I was going to bet this game, it would be Houston minus 147 on the money line. Okay. Also, the Baltimore Dodgers game. This will be an official play before we get down to the last one. We're going to be taking the Dodgers over 9. We're going right back to it. Cade Povich and Bobby Miller. Collectively, between these 2 pitchers, we have 2 wins on the season registered, okay? And we can find a 9 in the market at minus 114. I'm going to take that. Worst case scenario, we get 4 extra innings, end the game on a push. But I do see that both of these clubs get over 4 runs. I'm not going to dabble into the team totals because I do think that there's always a potential that we do get a lopsided affair. A lot of people were on Baltimore yesterday. That was a steam train that was rolling, and that's kind of where I found myself taking the over in that game. Probably one of my favorite bets of yesterday that I gave out later on in the Discord. It was just a little bit too much action going on in the Baltimore Orioles. Not a fan of how they're playing ball right now, and you look into what went on. I think we had the numbers that were backing Corbin Burns. I think Corbin Burns went yesterday. Kind of a very strong a sigh, if you will. You have this like background stereotype Cy Young mindset about him, and he just has not had great form. And so you got to really jump on pitchers that have been bad form as of recent, because the sports books are going to use the whole season's numbers to form a general consensus. A lot of times these numbers are built off of AI, to be honest, and it doesn't really take into consideration all the time. It does a lot of times, but most likely in the case of Corbin Burns, you can really read between the numbers, because they also have to handicap that he also has a start that is up to par, because then Baltimore rolls. Dodgers scores low. It's not going to promote action on both sides of the numbers. So that's kind of how I feel about it. All right. So in this game, we're going to be taking the over 9 within the Baltimore and Dodgers game. That will be an official bet. And then we do have one last one to talk about. I kind of held off on it. This is one where I'm thinking about giving it out on the Discord, so I might just tease it and do it a little bit later. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because the more I look at it, I am going to give out 2 Discord plays in a day. We're going to go back-to-back Discord double plays, and this is where we're going to give that Mets-Diamondbacks game, where I have a very strong play, probably my favorite bet of the night. That's where we're going to go over on to the Discord. So 3 plays on this in this video. Make sure you guys all go over there, sign up. It's totally free, and we'll give you guys those picks a little earlier today, because we do have a 3:40 first start within the Mets Diamondbacks. So appreciate you all. It is really a great time to be alive. Here is a breakdown of the 3 final plays I'm giving out. The college football picks are up as well for day 1 on Thursday. Make sure you guys all check that video out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so before you leave. Turn on the notification bell, and follow all of the socials that are in the description. That's where you never want to miss a beat. And apologies for that. If for some reason it blew up the last place, so disregard this screen. This is the one where I have the 3 picks. The other one's from yesterday, so that's kind of where we're at. So like I said, subscribe down below. Appreciate you guys. Good luck on your tickets. We'll see you all tomorrow in the next video. Cheers.